shit. funky beat. Funky right, folks, what is going on? We've got a decent crowd. Thank you to everybody who came over from Mag West, and we are all here to celebrate Experience Points and their brand new album, KK and the Sliders. And we've got them here, of course, above me. Let's do a little round of introductions. Starting in the top left corner, we have Andreas. Andreas, how you doing tonight, man?
I'm doing a solid 8 out of 10.
Solid 8.
Solid 8.
That's an even number.
There's
yeah,
room
you
to
can't
grow.
shake an even number. Yeah. And Andreas, what is your role in the Experience Points?
I play the bass. Not that bass on this album, but the other bass.
But you play that
play
bass as well. Yeah.
I play that one too, but not on this record.
Oh, man. Okay. Well, we'll hope to hear that again at some other point. And then moving right along, we've got Brian. Brian, you're surrounded by lots of technology. What is your role in this project right now?
I was a producer. Yeah. I mixed it, produced it. Stephanie and I collaborated on some arrangement stuff, and I did some vocoder things. I actually did background vocals as well. That's right.
Nice.
There's no singer in the band, but I did background vocals.
Yeah, you did.
But
If there was a lead, then you would back them up completely. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
That's
Got it.
awesome. Well, glad to have you're the first producer that we've had on this show, so thank you for being here.
Of course.
And along we've got Gus as well. Gus, what's going on, man?
Hey man, nothing too much. I'm the guitar player, and yeah, I'm just super happy to be here. This is really exciting.
Heck yes. All right. And then of course in the last corner we've got Steph and Joel. Steph, how you doing?
Doing great. Maybe even a 9 out of 10.
Whoa.
Still room for growth.
Yeah. So okay, well let's definitely aim for that 10 tonight. And Steph, what do you do in Experience Points?
I play the keyboards, and Brian and I collaborated on arrangements.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Cool. And Joel, what's going on with you, man?
Not too much. I'm a 9.5 out of 10. I just have to top you. But yeah, I play drums and percussion on this record.
Heck yeah. Yeah, everything that I've heard so far is absolutely solid. Thanks, Steph, for passing along the album before today so that we could prepare for the show, but also just so that I could enjoy it separately. And I can guarantee that this album is a 10 out of 10. And I can't wait for everybody to listen through it with us. But before we get there, I want to make sure that people are fully aware of the Experience Points experience. And so maybe, Steph, I know you're a long-standing member of the group. Why don't you tell us a little bit about Experience Points, how it kind of got started, and where, like, what led to its current iteration?
Oh,
All
boy.
at once. Yeah. That's a multi-part question.
Sure. Well, okay. I'll try to be quick because I tend to ramble. It started, I don't know, maybe 4 years ago, somewhere around there. And it was a band of people playing video game music. And then that was great. And then Brian actually used to play guitar in the band. So glad that he's still around. Then I think it was probably with the pandemic, it brought a lot of changes, like people reevaluating, their music careers, pretty common ones. So
or not having them at all in some cases.
Or going back to school for something else,
God,
So we had people kind of go do something else, which was cool. But so then we found other people who did still want to make video game music, and that is the current formation. So this group here has done one show together, which was in September, which was great. So that was good. But before the album, we actually hadn't all played together before, so it was kind of risky, but also it was good.
Like
10 out of 10, as you say.
as I say, and only I say. You're not allowed to say. You're a 9. You can't go any higher.
Only 9.
No, but so sorry. The gig that you played in September, that was the first time that you had all been together in the same room, or had you actually gotten together and rehearsed before then?
Like we had one rehearsal before that gig.
Right.
If that's what you mean.
Yeah. Oh, I'm going to echo what Taladar is saying. It sounds like jazz. Absolutely.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah.
Just what's the chart? All right, let's do this. Here we go. 10-minute song. Let's do it. Awesome. Yeah. Well, and you're based in Edmonton, in Alberta, which geographically, for those who don't know, is kind of like just one province over from myself here in British Columbia in Canada, and we actually had experience points over back in 2019 before the Panini Press for an IRL bonus stage, and I sincerely cannot wait until we get to play with you folks again. You guys really brought your A game at that show, and it was really amazing to watch. You guys have decided to build an album around Animal Crossing. Obviously, like a very common theme during the pandemic. But I was hoping maybe to see if anybody had any special heartfelt things that they wanted to share about Animal Crossing, because I know it has helped like a lot of people. And if anybody just wanted to like speak to that, I think that would be really beautiful. Joel, you're trying to hold it together there.
Yeah. I'm just like.
It's Steph, yeah.
I didn't actually play it. Yeah, but you played it.
I already talked recently, so someone else should go first.
All right. Yeah. Anybody but Steph.
Hey Goose, I heard that maybe you were, you took your island, you looked at it, you ripped it all up, retrofitted the environment, and have begun anew.
Well, yeah. Well, my first, I guess my first island, it kind of got scrapped. So now I'm kind of starting fresh, and it feels good to kind of go back. But I'm excited to just play the new updates coming. So there's here. So excited to give that a try. But as of right now, starting fresh. So it's kind of, it's exciting. It's gonna be good. It's fun.
One thing I want to say that Joel has said before, since he's not going to do it, is
under the bus. Woof.
Whenever we talked about Kkk Slider, which is the guitar player in Animal Crossing, Gus would always just fan out over it, and Joel thought it was. So actually, it's the thing about Gus. It's not about me.
Right.
Thank you, Joel.
Right.
Wow, but Joel didn't want to say it. There's a little bit of a triangle there. That's fine. Nice.
I'm bashful, you know.
Oh man,
it's actually really true though. Is that Joel is actually bashful in the classical sense. Yeah.
All about the classics.
Yeah. Does anybody remember that Animal Crossing and Doom Eternal came out together, and then so at the beginning of the pandemic, it was pretty much like, hey, buckle up, the world's ending, but here's these two games, the entire emotional spectrum encompassed within these two video game experiences. And I think that they went really well together.
They did. I
personally
think the community responded really well. There was a lot of good shared memes and stuff. I remember some choice animations of like Isabelle taking on demons and things like that.
Yeah.
Like if we had to go into this thing with anything to keep our chin up, like I think that was it for sure. At least for the gaming world. I haven't personally played Animal Crossing. Like I've never played a single Animal Crossing game ever. But if I need a good debt simulator, then maybe I'll look it up. I just recently bought a home, so I'm good for now. But anyways, I don't want to take up too much rambling to kick things off. I feel like maybe we need to get into some music here. You guys kind of feel the same?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Awesome. Okay. Well, we've got our first track going on here. Anybody care to give us a little intro to whet our appetite for this?
Putting in the chat. Sorry.
Yeah, that's all good. Hey, Andreas, you've been a little a little quiet in the corner. Why don't you intro this one? Come on, boy.
What's the first tune off the record?
Great intro. All right, folks, here we go.
Let's go.
Yeah. I believe it's
so this is Kkk. KK Disco.
KK.
This is one of my favorites. What can I say? Should I say this before or after? Oh, there's a middle section of this tune where it goes bump, 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 and then there's stuff that fills in the space. This album was recorded separately at home, so there was many an existential crisis on my part where I'm sitting alone at home, bump, 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 bump. You sit there and wait. There's nothing.
Wait for the click to keep going.
5 seconds of empty space. You kind of think about must be fun to play with people.
You can actually hear yourself aging.
Yeah.
All right. Well, with that context in mind, everyone get ready for that one little part in the middle of this song. Here we go with KK Disco. Enjoy.
Fine.
Wow, that's a really hot and funky way to open an album, I gotta say. my first comments, first impressions. I mean, it's not a first impression because obviously I've heard this, but like I need to say that the vibe, the tone, the mixing, everything on this album, like, you know, I haven't played Animal Crossing, but I've heard plenty of the music, and I think you've really dialed in, like, I don't want to say this to any detriment. This is like a top compliment. You've really dialed in the subduedness of the Animal Crossing soundtrack, and everything is like, it's so tight and like in the pocket. It just, yeah, it sounds great. Awesome way to open up the tune, or open up the album. I'm sorry. Yeah, that's beautiful. So, I mean, what made you want to open the album with that track?
Oh, it's probably because it's the first one we did.
Okay.
Yeah, I kind of just picked an order one day and then forgot to tell everyone.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
The album order is as Steph decreed. No discussion, nothing. All right.
Well, yeah, because what happened with the last album was actually, I forgot we needed an order, and the mastering guy was emailing me, like, what's the order? And it was like 11 p.m. at night, and everyone was asleep, and I was like, ah! So I emailed everybody, but nobody was awake, so then I just made an order. I was like, is everyone okay with this? They're like, yeah. It's like, okay, good. So maybe this is time I was like, yeah, they'll be fine. I don't know. What was your question? Yeah, so Kkk Disco was the first one we wrote.
No, that's awesome. I feel like when did you write this one then? When did you arrange this cover?
So this was what initiated the album, because so for me, the reason Joel was looking at me earlier was because, like, during the global panini, I was really uninspired. I wasn't playing piano. I wasn't doing anything. And then I met a pink frog named Puddles in Animal Crossing, who was like this big frog eyes, and she was like building something with her big eyes, which her head's like rocking back and forth with her giant eyes, and Kkk Disco was playing in the background, and I was like, this is the coolest frog I've ever met. And I got like so obsessed with the song, and then I like looked it up and I was listening to it constantly, and then I was, for the first time in months, inspired to do something musical, which was just incredible because it had been so long. So then I think I called up these guys and was like, do you want to make like a quick 2-minute video? Because I didn't want to like make anyone do anything too much because we hadn't played together in a while. So we did a 2-minute version that was on YouTube. And then when we came to like, and then we're like, oh, let's actually do a whole record now. But when we came back to this song, I was like, it's got to be longer than 2 minutes. So the latter half of it came later, but it started like a year ago.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. And Brian, you were like backstage. You were just like talking about all the fun little touches and stuff like that. And I know you did want to make a point to talk a little bit about production on each song. So what special little insights do you want to share with us about Kkk Disco?
Sure, yeah. So I think a couple of things that I remember just from listening to that was, yeah, when Gus brought in his guitar solo, we tried a bunch of different tones and that sort of thing. And, you know, because it's a pretty short solo, there isn't a whole lot of space in it. And so we were able to get away with distorting the crap out of his guitar. It doesn't really sound like it's like, you know, like super distorted there, but there's this fuzz pedal on like at the end of the chain there, and if Gus stopped playing for a second, the amp would just scream at us, which was awesome. And it ended up working really well because then Gus couldn't stop playing for that solo, and it you know, it worked really well. Sometimes as a producer, you want to force your musicians, you know, to walk the plank, so to speak, and
the tightrope maybe perhaps, because there's not death at the end.
Sure, yeah. Well, yeah.
Death is below. Yeah. There's safety on the other side. Yeah.
You know, one and then the other. Yeah.
Brian's cutthroat.
Yeah. I'm ruthless. No, and then there's a couple other things because you know, trying to take inspiration from the genre that the song is inspired by, but also like modern interpretations of that genre. So like they weren't doing comb filtering a whole lot for disco music, but like for some reason a comb filter kind of like sweep, when it's just the claps and the synth line there. That makes me think of how disco feels, but that's not actually how disco sounds. So like doing little things like that was my way of like trying to like pay homage to these genres, but not be so like stuck in exactly what they're doing. Not feeling like I couldn't use my modern tools, right? I still want to do those and have it sound like the band and a new record. But that was just like one of the strategies that I tried to come up with on this tune.
Nice, and to brilliant effect. And Gus, I am very much looking forward to when you folks play this track live and you in fact cannot end your solo. I think that's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, I'm a little worried. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I think it'll be all right, though.
Steph, I think you wanted to give a bit of a shout out to Andreas as well because I think you said he had a very short amount of time to learn his parts. Is that true, Andreas?
No, it's Gus.
Oh, Gus. Oh, sorry. My bad.
I had all the time in the world.
Oh.
I still messed them up. No, I'm kidding.
Well, then, yeah, all the more credit to you, Gus. Definitely, yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Thanks,
Josh.
I love your tone. And as a guitar player, yeah, I definitely love your both tones, the disco and the fuzz. That was really, really awesome.
Thanks, man. Thank you.
Absolutely. Cool. Anybody else? Any other thoughts about KK Disco before we move on?
Puddles.
Making
the dream happen. Yeah.
Love
Puddles actually
I
wants
hate
to be
music.
a pop idol.
Aw, that's really sweet. Well, you've lifted Puddles up onto a little pop pedestal. Cool. All right, well, moving right along then, we've got the next track coming up, which I also forget the name of. God, I'm such a terrible host.
It's
hold on.
what you just bought.
I'm putting the link in chat just so I can get the track list. KK House. All right, KK House. Now, of course, like during the game, I understand that like a lot of these tracks will come on at different times of the day. Is KK House, is that like the house music? Like when you're inside your house?
All of these are tracks that KK Slider writes and he'll play at his Saturday concerts.
Oh, gotcha.
And then you can get like the released single and put it in your house of any song and then listen to it.
Nice.
So this is just house music.
Okay. This is just like real life. You just buy the
yeah.
single, take it home. Yeah.
Exactly. He'll give it to you for free, but only one per concert. Because he's got to make a living somehow.
Moderation.
So you just like show up and be like, "Hey, I'm here for my free record. It's the only reason I keep coming to your concerts."
Yeah. Pretty much it. That's the game.
Cool. Well, you got to save money somehow if you're paying off Mr. Nook. Yeah. All right. Well, then, without any further ado, let's get into it, folks. This is KK House. Enjoy. Oh yeah, that one's got like it just kind of keeps the vibe going from the first track. Like my butt was grooving in my chair, and we were having some good conversation backstage as well about the production and the vibe on that as well. Yeah, like super tight on the drums. Really great tone on the kick and the snare, and everything just felt really like close and warm. Yeah, and great work again on the bass there, Andreas. Yeah, you had that you had that pretty dialed in too.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if anybody noticed the guitar comping. There was some like kind of stuff going on at one point. And that was Steph and Joel playing with pedals as Gus tried real hard to play, but like couldn't hear what he was playing because they were like cutting off his signal. And Craven's like kind of stuff happening.
That's
It's
fair.
only
I
in there.
forgot
It's like
about
kind of it's like kind of in the background a little bit. But yeah, it was very fun. I'm glad some of that stuff made it on there. I just remember like. I was just like really putting Gus through the ringer that day. It was great.
That's really what this record is. It was just putting Gus through the ringer.
Yeah.
That's all it is, really.
Which is also
It's
how
worth
we
it.
will perform this song live. We'll just like start
Yeah.
with pedals.
I'll get off the drums.
Yeah. Just get a loop pedal for everybody, and then
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, and there were some really fun like the synth patches and stuff too. Like there was like some good blending of like some more like Moog style patches and like some chiptune sounds as well. That was really cool. Was that like a goofing around in the studio as well, or was that like a fix it in the mix kind of decision?
I think a bit of both. Like I think some of the like there's the two arpeggios that are going. I think those were my modular. But then there are other things that like some of the that was all just done in Ableton, using using VSTs and that sort of thing. And then like even the piano, like I don't have an upright piano here. That's a VST, and we had to really work hard on like finding that sweet spot of like it sounds like compressed, but it doesn't sound like too MIDI, but it doesn't sound too nice. It has to be kind of like this hard piano sound for that kind of music too. And yeah, that was definitely dialed in several times. Yeah.
What VST did you use, Brian?
That is the Arturia Piano 5, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
Man, have you
from
heard
the
Arturia's-
Keylab.
Oh, go ahead. Have you heard their CS80?
Yeah, I have
Arturia?
that too. That was part of the Keylab
Jesus.
collection. I think that's on
That's
another
wild.
tune. It's
Really?
amazing.
Coming up.
Where everyone who's not a gear nerd is spacing out right about here.
No. Hey, we've got
sorry.
a healthy population of gear nerds in the chat, for sure.
Excellent.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it looks like it.
yeah, and
I'm just like thankful that Brian's here to make me sound better because I just used a Logic piano patch when I recorded it, and I was like, "Here you go, Brian.
here's the MIDI.
What do you want?"
Yeah, that's all I need. That's when I go. Then you know that that's all I need. You play it well. That's what matters. So.
Yeah,
Sweet. I did my one job.
Oh man, great. Well, I feel like we're just really digging in. I'm super enjoying the music so far, and I kind of want to keep it going. Shall we move on to the next track?
Let's do it.
Let's do
All
it.
right.
Yeah.
folks. All right. We've got coming up next. We've got Kkk Groove. What are we gonna whet the chat's appetite for in terms of Kkk Groove? What's the juicy bit that's coming up? What's that Andreas moment where that we want to point out before everybody listens?
Oh,
There is
man.
an Undertale quote in it.
Nice.
That's
Okay.
true.
I also want to say that, similar to the previous Andreas comment, there's a guitar solo section, but there's like shots that started off, and obviously the guitar solo wasn't recorded yet, so we were just like,
Splat.
doing the
Alone in your basement.
No, exactly, yeah.
Alone, sip your tea.
It turned out great.
Splat.
Sorry, were you recording this all to a click or?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so it gets built in stages. So if you're stage 1 or stage 2, like me and Joel, stage 1 is you by yourself.
Yeah.
Splat. Wait. Something nice
Yeah.
will go here.
Yeah.
You have to imagine. think nice thoughts.
That's
Splat.
right.
Think nice thoughts.
Yeah, I know our drummer Alan can empathize with that for sure. But yeah, okay, so we're gonna look forward to a guitar solo where the drums and the bass are just like boom. All right, cool. That's what
And
we got to
thinking
look
It
nice
was a little more than that.
Okay,
I added some
There's
stuff.
more notes than
Yeah.
that. That's
Yeah.
awesome. All right, folks, let's dig into it then. Kkk Groove, here it comes. All right, folks, did you catch it? Did you catch the key moments? We had the Undertale quote, and we had the guitar solo with the hits. I missed the Undertale quote because we were all having a good chat backstage. But do unless anybody guessed it like right away, then are you guys ready to spoil it?
The Undertale quote?
Yeah, the Undertale quote. Sorry.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Steph, you go ahead.
It's in the head out. It's in like the last time the melody happens, and it's in the organ, and it's doing "Dummy" from Undertale, like. Ba, 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 da, ba, ba, da, ba, 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 da, ba.
Nice.
It's a dummy.
Oh,
Oh,
somebody
yeah.
guessed that in the chat.
Oh, nice.
There we go.
Good
Oh,
job.
that's
Jeff.
Moo Man.
Amazing.
That's Moo Man.
Good
He runs
job,
trivia,
y'all.
so he's gonna get that, of course. Oh no! Automod is trying to block the word "dummy" because.
Oh no.
Oh no.
But you're right. You're correct. No, it's okay. Automod doesn't know shit about Undertale.
It's hilarious.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, and I guess it's appropriate to note as well that Gus unfortunately was not playing guitar on that track. Oh, Gus, we still love you.
Yes.
You're still amazing. But we have
Oh, thank you.
Derek. Okay, somebody else pronounced his last name. So
Weens.
Weens.
Weens. All right, Derek
Derek
Weens
Weens.
on guitar track 3 right there. Yeah, and good stuff by him, and good stuff by all, of course. I love how you guys kind of like dipped the energy a little bit at that point in the album, just kind of like pepped us up with the first couple, and then like let's settle into the groove here. That was very nice. Yeah, general comments, enthusiastic things to say. Let's hear it, folks.
The clav that Steph does throughout this tune
Ooh,
is just
yeah.
so sick. I think we had a lot of fun just making that sound super gnarly. I think it really worked. I think for a while we were like, is it too much?
Yeah.
And then we always like sort of settled on like more. Have you considered more lately? Yeah, so we went for that, and I think it worked.
I'd like to tell you about our Lord and Savior more.
Yeah, this one's fun.
Fuck yeah.
And then so another sad solo section for the rhythm section
Yeah.
there.
Mm.
Yeah.
Lots of existential dread and whatnot, you know.
The cool thing about this section, though, is it was based on how Kkk Slider did it in his acoustic version in the game.
Right.
Because he actually does like a solo break like that, which is why I copied it. But we're just hitting on one. But yeah, and then I asked Derek if he could copy his solo, but like also make it his own, and he did exactly that. So like if you listen to Kkk Slider's solo, it's like kind of similar, but then Derek takes it further, I guess. So yeah, I thought he did really good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, definitely.
It's a fun song.
Oh,
Yeah.
A very, very groovy song.
I think
Okay, great.
I think our influence for that one, like sonically, we were going off of like James Brown.
Yeah.
Which was always a good time.
Yeah.
Totally. And that's where, I don't want to add like a bunch of arpeggios to that. I was like, it doesn't need that. It's cool to like have space to breathe, you know. I feel like if I had have been hired to produce this like even like 3 or 4 years ago, it probably would have been like you know, and then instead I was like, one coffee today. Let the drums sound like drums. It's fine. Yeah.
Oh, good. Folks in chat can hear the James Brown influence. That's awesome.
Heck yeah.
Nice. Happy to hear.
All right. Well, with the next track, we've got some soul. What's our soulful influence for this track coming up?
I don't even remember.
I think so. I distinctly remember you saying this to me, but you were like, "This song is like the chill beats to study to kind of vibe from the record."
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Totally.
I could
So
see
keep that in mind when you're listening to it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure. I'll go with that, yes.
All right. Cool. Any other special moments we should point out before people listen to it?
I have a hard time remembering what the melody is for things, or like what anything is after I've worked on it. So I'm excited to find out what the song is.
Yes. All right. Let's find out together, everyone.
There is a video on YouTube of you playing guitar on this song with us, playing the melody. So I just think that's
this one,
hilarious.
okay.
Yeah.
I like this one.
Awesome. Okay.
Woof.
Woof. Let's. All right, folks. Let's hear it. Here comes KK Soul. Here we go. Soul. KK. KK Soul.
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 Lots of soul.
Yeah. Who do you
If
think?
Joel and I had a baby, it would be Soul.
Yeah.
Or Jeff.
Or
Yeah, Jeff.
Jeffany.
It's not weird, by the way. We actually are together. So I'm
Yeah.
not just
Yeah, right, yeah.
hitting on someone in the band. Really.
They are married.
Jeff. The categories are Jeff. Jeff. Yeah. Jeff Purdy. Oh my God. Okay, no. Okay, if you do have a child and you name them Jeff, please make their full name Jeff Purdy.
Jeff.
For
Jeff
me.
Pretty.
Yeah, that's my one
Okay, just
request.
for you, Josh.
Yeah.
You got it.
I mean,
Send you the
I'm
birth
hosting your
certificate.
listening party, so that's the least you can do for me. Is name your child upon my request. No. Oh my God. Sorry, we're totally getting sidetracked. I wanted to ask.
No, it's fine. Let's get more Jeffs in the chat, please.
Yeah. Please drop a Jeff's in the chat. Oh, that's great. I hope that one sticks. Who put in the most soul in that into KK Soul? I mean, if you know it was you, just raise your hand. Like,
I'm gonna say
The theremin.
Oh yeah, the theremin. That's right. Yeah, the MIDI
Pretty
theremin. I
soulful.
think
Yeah.
did all the heavy lifting on that one.
oh man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Look at that.
I feel like, I don't know, we were talking backstage about how Steph did such a great job with an arrangement that has existed for a long time, like since I was playing guitar in the band. And that would go for like 8 to sometimes maybe even 12 minutes. And somehow she made the arrangement do more in less time. And I feel like the song is just that much more concise and good because of that. Like there's some
Objectively
new
good.
sections. There's that soli section with the marimba. It makes me think of like a 70s like sexy spy movie, which is kind of what I was thinking
Yeah.
of when I was like, Steph, we need marimba there. And then she was like, okay. And then we added marimba there.
Did she sound like that
Nailed
when
my
she said
face.
okay? Yeah.
Okay.
Wow, Steph, you do sound like that. Oh my God.
This is my real voice. I'm so sorry.
Oh my God.
That was a little bit more Marge Simpson, I think.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Thanks, Brian. That's very nice of you to say.
Hey, I'm nice.
Yes, Taladar, our Lord and Savior, Morimba.
Oh,
Oh my gosh.
Nice.
By the way, folks, if you haven't grabbed the album yet, like you're not doing yourself any favors. There's the link in the chat. Please go and grab it on Bandcamp. And is this album being released anywhere else momentarily or currently?
I don't.
like where the album
This is
is.
what you sound like.
It's everywhere. It's like on all the streaming services and stuff.
It is okay.
Spotify, Apple Music, all the things.
Yeah.
MySpace,
Yeah.
Awesome.
Twitter,
MySpace,
Neopets,
Yeah.
Nexopia.
So,
Napster.
You know the drill. Napster's a real thing. It's on Napster. Are you on DistroKid? Is that your distributor?
No, it was that one Josh and I were talking
Oh,
about.
Sounddrop. The good folks at
Sounddrop,
Sounddrop.
yeah.
Yes.
Sounddrop. So they
Yeah.
might send it off to Napster. Napster's a legit thing now.
We should
That's
check.
hilarious.
I have no idea. I didn't
Yeah.
click all, so it's in all.
Oh, you didn't. Nah, you missed out on the best one, Napster.
So Napster
Napster.
recovered from their debilitating Metallica lawsuit and have become a legit platform. Is that the news?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's true.
This is news to me. Yeah. Wow.
It's a character arc.
Man.
Yeah.
Well, then it'll
A
also.
redemption arc, maybe.
Oh, but Sounddrop, they also distribute to all of the social media platforms as well. And so, I think like financially, it makes a lot of sense to go to Bandcamp because obviously you folks get all of that directly. But then like I know especially like on TikTok, like people use sounds and songs there, and that's how stuff trends and that's how stuff really takes off. So if you're on the ticking talks, go and throw some of Experience Point's beautiful Animal Crossing music. Actually, my partner uses TikTok, and like she gets so many things that are Animal Crossing. It's like people just like playing Animal Crossing or showing funny clips from it. So I know that that's a popular thing. Go and do it. Go and help them out. We are 2/3 of the way through this album so far. We are coming up on the first track that does not start with KK. In fact, it ends with it. This one is Bubblegum KK. What do we have to look forward to from Bubblegum?
Hold on to your socks.
Oh,
say goodbye to your family. Everything's about to change.
What an introduction. Wow.
That's a 10 out of 10 expectation set right there.
I'd like to add to that. I feel like we'd ruin it now, but this was like because most of this was done like when we weren't seeing each other in person. And this song was when we were vaccinated and we could finally see each other in person. So like Brian and I had like way too much fun because we were like in the same room as each other finally, and we could see that the joke we made actually was funny, so then we'd go with it. So I feel like you can hear the collaboration and the friendship in this one as opposed to any of the other ones.
Aw, well, that's really sweet. All right, well, crap, let's get into it then. Yeah, that's the feeling I want to have right now. Okay, let's go for it, folks. This is Bubblegum KK. Wow. Well, that was a bit of a departure from format. Yeah, there was some busyness in there. There was a lot of fun and humor and some lyrics too, apparently. Yeah, I don't know where to begin. Where do you folks want to begin with digesting this track?
I mean, we could talk about the lyrics.
Yeah, all right.
we
Let's
should.
kick it off there for sure.
So some of them were written out. So for the most part, it's me on the vocoder there, but it's actually in, I think, what we called the preacher section. That's Steph on vocoder because we wanted a slightly different timbre to it. So I actually wrote out just garbage phonetics of just like Guigan go gust fluben fuiba blah and like that kind of stuff for her to
Simlish,
to say. Yeah, exactly. And like, you know, the way to get, I think, to get a really good tone out of a vocoder is to not sing. You like just to speak. So it's like, you know, Steph's playing this and then saying like Gwen, we go got the tapu, and it just sounds like we're doing all sorts of different substances all at the same time. But it
How
ends
many
up
pedals
sounding,
was Steph on?
yeah, but it produces this really fun result. Yeah.
Oh my gosh! Can we get a copy of that dry track at some point?
Yeah.
I would love to hear that.
I can share that.
Little behind the
yeah.
scenes thing. Oh my
Excellent.
The worst was like it's not in my vocal range, so I would try to sing it and then it would get too low, so I wouldn't have any power. So I learned I had to just like pick a note and shout it while I was playing it, which was just so atonal. It's so hard. So that dry track will be something, let me tell you.
Yeah. Oh my god! I can't wait. Please put that on TikTok. That would be that'd be a great
Okay.
a great first foot in there. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
And then like the little clap, like I'm pretty sure from my plebeian understanding of Animal Crossing, I get what that is a sample of, just like your character or somebody else like just clapping. Is that a direct sample, or did you actually like do a little quick golf clap in the studio?
We did the
Yeah,
golf
Steph
clap.
and I did the golf clap. Yeah.
It
We
sounds
clapped
really
for
authentic
ourselves.
though. Yeah, like you nailed
And
the
for
clap.
Gus.
And for
for
Gus,
Gus, yes.
yeah.
Yeah, great
no,
solo.
I mean,
Rainbow
so
Road solo.
Crucial.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh man. Yeah, and the way like so much was happening at the end there too, just like it feels like it segues nicely into the last track on an album, in fact.
Yay.
Whoa.
Yay.
I picked a good order. Okay.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
Well, if you have to be a dictator, Steph, at least you're a good one. Oh, fuck.
That's
I
true.
don't want to bug anybody with little things.
Oh. Yeah, I feel the same way sometimes.
Yeah. Good. Okay.
Well, we don't have a little thing. We have, in fact, a big thing. This is going to be the last track that we have to listen to here tonight. Of course, you know, again, I'm encouraging everybody to go and grab the album on Bandcamp, listen to it on whatever streaming platform you use. I'm just going to use the EXP command just to get that link in the chat again. So please go pick it up if you haven't already. Support experience points. Support Canadian video game music. Yes. So nice to have actual Canadians on the show.
Do you have fake
We're a little
Canadians sometimes? Or?
What's that?
Okay. Do you have fake Canadians?
Fake Canadians. Oh.
Well, you said real Canadians.
Yeah. Well, real space Canadians.
Real biz.
Yeah,
Cool.
definitely.
Love it.
But yeah, sincerely, it's been wonderful so far. We do have one more track to listen to, and that is Kkk Cruising. This is probably one of the most popular tracks that people cover on the Animal Crossing soundtrack. But you folks have given it, of course, your own flavor, and it's really beautiful. Do you want to open this up with anything? Silence.
Got enough gas?
Got enough gas.
I don't know. It was another. I can't believe how much I'm playing on this one.
Oh,
Same.
Yeah, I wrote it with horns in mind, and then we couldn't get horns on the record. So live there's horns, but on the album there's like 3 different piano tracks.
See, this is what's nice about having the distance of being the producer and not playing on it. Is like I didn't think that anybody overplayed ever.
That's good.
I
That
thought
would
it
be
was
bad.
great. Yeah. Yeah.
Just not used to hearing myself so much, I guess.
oh.
I get that.
As long as it's good, then cool.
All right, well, we're going to get you just a little bit more used to it by listening to the last track.
Excellent.
And I just got your joke, Brian, about having enough gas because we are going cruising. Folks, this is Kkk Cruising. We'll see you on the other side. Oh, well, that was just everybody at their best there, wasn't it? Yeah, I loved all the solos. You guys really like ramped it up for the end there, and yeah, there was definitely a lot of people getting what you were laying down in the chat. Yeah, we had things like Jamiroquai. Oh man, like yeah, the virtual insanity that definitely was noticeable. Yeah, gosh, I feel like I should just shut up and let you folks talk about all the love that you put into this track.
No, that's yeah. They so yeah, Steph sent me Virtual Insanity as just like a reference for like the vibe, and I'm glad that came across unprompted. So people put that in the chat. That's great. That makes me super happy.
I mean, I definitely super ripped off the piano line.
Yeah,
Virtual Insanity. However, it's a slightly different progression. I don't think I'll get sued.
Yeah.
But when I first heard Kkk Cruising, I was like, this is Virtual Insanity.
Yeah.
Something must happen here.
Oh.
So it was very intentional, yeah.
Well, I mean, at the very least, you can always let Sounddrop know, hey, also maybe this has some Jamiroquai in there, and just like, throw another license on there. I don't know. Just to save yourself a lawsuit down the line.
Safety.
That's why I like to say vibe. You know.
Yeah.
It's a vibe. You don't have to commit too much.
Yeah.
It's as much KK's vibe as it is Jamiroquai's. Yeah. I'm still like reeling and trying to figure out how to sum this all up. Yeah, like you guys definitely gave it your own flavor, and a little bit of Jamiroquai's flavor too. But no, like sincerely, like you folks have like arranged that in a way that I haven't heard anybody else do. Wholly your own, amazing solos all around. By the way, everybody brought their A game on that. I guess it's a little bit of studio magic that makes it feel like larger than a 4-piece. But I also just can't wait to see that one replicated live. That's going to be a lot of fun. I can't wait.
Yeah. Who's laughing? Oh, it's Josh. Okay.
That's me. Yeah, I'm always laughing. Don't worry about that.
What?
Oh my gosh. Well,
yeah, and that one does feel like a good ender to the record. I know that Steph was talking about like having this piano interlude at the beginning of that one because Bubblegum is just like you're just like getting slapped in the face, like pinched in the butt, like someone throws cold coffee on you, like you go to church, what's happening?
You go to church.
And then suddenly, just to bring us back into, something more defined.
Yeah, that piano intro is very grounding, definitely.
That's good. Shout out, by the way, to String Player Gamer, who I see in the chat. I definitely looked at your version. Was like, I gotta make sure I don't steal any of this. But it was very good. But yeah, originally my intro was more like that. I was like, oh shoot, no, I gotta do something different. But yeah, lots of cool videos from String Player Gamer.
Yeah. String Player Gamer did it first. That's, no, I'm just ripping off the Simpsons.
A lot of people do Kkk Cruising though.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Stayed in the Rain.
Good tune.
Yeah, it's a great tune.
Yeah.
Jamiroquai.
Jamiroquai did Kkk Cruising before it was cool.
Yeah.
All right. Yes, I agree. String Player Gamer. Every VGM artist should cover Kkk Cruising. So I'm gonna get on that.
You're next, Josh. Yeah.
Hold on.
Do your version.
Where's my kazoo? All right, there we go. All right, I've done it. I've had my token moment of covering Kkk Cruising.
Got the bubblegum clap too.
That's right.
Yeah.
Oh God. Yes, Alan, you did suggest it. Absolutely. We'll get around to it when we're done recording the other 5 albums that we've already arranged for ourselves. Anyways, no more about me. Experience points. Congratulations on releasing this album. I hope it is doing really well for you. I mean, it's a great album, so it definitely should. And yeah, what are you just gonna sit on this one for a little bit, or do you have like more planned? Like what's up next for experience points? Gigs, albums, concepts? What you got?
Yes. I don't know if we can say it.
Yes.
The stuff coming up, yeah. We want to release a video of each song from this album. So I have to edit those, and those will go up. And then we have we got a bit of grant money to do some more recordings, so we're gonna do another EP next year.
Wait a minute,
Something else.
you get grant money?
Yeah.
What? I've
Alberta,
tried
man.
getting. Oh man, Alberta's got to be loose because BC. I tried to get some grants, and they're like, "You guys aren't doing anything original. We don't want to support you." I'm like, oh fuck.
Oh,
So
shoot.
yeah,
Oh dang.
that's it. I'm moving to
Nothing's
Alberta.
original.
Yeah.
We don't have much, but we have grants.
Yeah. Oh gosh.
It's true. Yeah, yeah.
That's all we got. Grants.
Yeah,
Recoup your
absolutely.
costs, yeah.
That's all. Don't take it away from us,
Oh
please.
no. Okay. Sorry. Oh no. All right. I'm in full support of you folks. So I don't want to tread on you at all. Definitely. It sounds like you've earned it. So congratulations on your grant money. Must be nice. Yeah. And then I don't know what the live music situation is like over there in Alberta, but in BC, I know we're starting to return to full capacity as long as things are like seated and stuff like that. What's going on over there? Are you folks able to do gigs? You got anything lined up?
Yeah,
Kinda.
gigs happening. I think gigs smaller capacity. We'd like literally just got an email about something, so like we probably have a gig soon. I just don't want to announce it until it's for sure. But so yes,
Don't jinx it.
probably. Yeah. It is outdoor and in January, so that's a bit terrifying.
Ooh,
but
yeah.
we'll see.
Yeah,
Yeah.
put some tea cozies on your guitars or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
you gotta keep yourself warm and your instruments. Gosh, I don't envy that. And horns too. Gosh, yeah. Ooh, yeah. All right. Well, best of luck with that. Definitely. If the cameras work at that temperature, then I'd like to see some footage and see how you coped with that. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Well, I mean, we're starting to look ahead to real life opportunities out here as well. And again, I'm just gonna publicly extend an invitation anytime that we can get you folks out here to Vancouver. It's lovely just to gig with you folks. Lots of love for your music and your style and stuff like that. So hope to work together in the future. And of course, we're going to be planned to be touring across the country next summer. So we'll definitely make a stop in Edmonton and do something with you too. That would be a lot of fun. Yeah. All right. Well,
Awesome.
we'll talk about it a little bit more behind the scenes, maybe. Yeah. But before I close things off here, any final thoughts? Any final words? Last words ever in your life?
Ooh.
Oh.
Make
Come
it
on.
count.
Thank you, Josh, for
Secrets.
having us.
Yeah.
And going
Thanks
to
so much,
stage.
Josh.
Yeah. Always a pleasure. Definitely.
We do have Final Fantasy thoughts. It may or may not be an upcoming EP. There is no.
More secrets. Ooh.
Yeah. What about like life secrets? Let's get into like the real
nitty
the
gritty.
real secrets.
Yeah. This
Like
is
what's something that you're gonna take to your grave until now? Just tell me.
until
what is it?
now. Oh shit.
Too many. Which one do I pick? Oh god.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I've got a quick
I
one.
need. Okay. Yeah. Go.
So when I was in kindergarten, we went bowling, and we had a really mean and scary teacher. And I tried to bowl, and being a young kid, didn't know what I was doing, and I threw it like a little too hard, and it bounced over into the next lane. And like the owner of that bowling alley got really mad, but he didn't see who did it. And so my teacher came and yelled at the kid beside me, and I was too scared to say anything, so I never owned up to it.
Until now.
Until now.
Wow. Are you the Napster of your life? Getting a redemption
Yes.
arc right now?
Yes.
Wow.
Is it Zuko level redemption arc though?
I hope so. I
Yeah,
aspire
just
to that,
about.
that
Nice.
level.
Yeah.
Love it.
Oh
Yeah.
man.
What about you, Andreas? What secrets are you hiding?
Oh, let's not open that box.
You've got a bass behind your shoulder.
Oh yeah, I've got a bunch. Oh, where are they? Oh, they're over here. You can't see them.
All right. Alrighty then. Keep your secrets.
Keep your faces.
Awesome. Gus, any secrets or final words from you?
I don't know if I got any secrets, but no, just thanks again for having us on, and thanks for everyone in the chat popping off. It's looking great. Lots to read. Yeah, just very excited for the future.
I love that.
Sweet, folks. All right. Well, then I'm just gonna start closing things down. I'll probably, for anybody who's still like wants to ride the whole wave here on Twitch, I might see what else is going on, and maybe we can orchestrate a raid. But I do want to say again, thank you, Experience Points, Andreas, Brian, Gus, Steph, Joel. Super fun to have you on the show here today, and congrats on the album. And yeah, looking forward to seeing more from you in the future. Have a good night.
Thanks, Josh.
You bet.
Thank you.
Bye.